Hey YouTube, what's up? It's Random16 here giving you guys today about oh shit, hang on. 6:21 in the morning. Now here kind of enjoying the freaking morning weather. I was watching Treehouse Masters just a minute ago. I want to build a treehouse now. I kind of want to build a treehouse, but kind of way too lazy. Oh crap. And I ain't got the wood to do it, or the saw. I got the drill, and the hammer. That train's the most annoying motherfucker there is in this goddamn fucking piece of shit ass town. So that's why we're fucking moving and we're getting the fuck out of here. Me and my mom are fucking getting the hell out of Dodge. Sorry guys, you're probably getting like a close up my mouth, you know. No. Me and my mom are just getting the fuck out of Dodge. I'm out here walking around out there in the pasture. But, like I said, me and my mom are getting the fuck out of Dodge, getting the fuck out of this town. Just to get out. We're moving out of this town is what we're doing. And we're going out there to my soon-to-be stepdad's place as of September 2nd. He's out there on the Booth Ranch. I've made a few videos out there. Like, doing some fishing. Like, stuff like that. All my fishing videos, all my videos have to do with fishing and stuff like that. Those are all shot out there. And then me, and it says doing a little cleaning up. That's out there at his big barn that he has. I mean, it's probably what, 70, 72 degrees outside? Not, maybe a little more than that. I mean, it feels really good outside. But, ooh, what's this? I'll get you guys a better picture of it. I think that came out of a water tank. I think that came out of a water tank at Vaca Feed Yard here a while back. Because we took about 3 water tanks from them. These water tanks were cemented into the ground. They were cemented at least that far into the ground. Just the bases. They're cemented about that far into the ground. Just the bases of them were cemented about that far. Crazy. Crazy. Just the fucking bottoms of them are cemented like that, guys. I mean, it's... yeah. And we turn around and there'd be a piece of metal sticking out the side of it. God damn it. About yay long. There'd be a piece of metal like that sticking out of both sides of them. I mean, sticking out of each side of the tank. And we turn around and we grabbed the skid steer, the Bobcat skid steer. I think it was like a 250 or something like that. It had 2 gears in a high and low. And we grabbed that son of a bitch and we'd run over there and we'd take the welder trailer with the welder truck. It was a old 7.3 Power Stroke. It was a 9s model. But we get to take that. I'm trying to figure this camera out. I don't know, I was doing good with it a minute ago. But we tried to figure that son of a bitch out. Oh my God, she's pissing me off. But okay. We try to figure that son of a bitch out. And what we do is we take that truck with the 7.3 Power Stroke, had the torch and stuff on it, and the welder trailer had the welder and shit on it. Well, we'd turn around. That's a good cup of joke. But we turn around And I would normally be driving the 7.3, the welding. We call it the weld rig. We don't call it the welding rig. We call it the weld rig. I'd be driving the weld rig with the trailer and everything like that on it, fitting in this little tight pin we call the hospital. We took them both. We took one out of recovery. We took one out of hospital. We took one out of recovery, one out of hospital, and one out of one of the holding pens. And we went on with our lives. But what I'd do is I'd get the freaking Lance, my brother Lance, he'd be driving the skid steer or something. My brother Lance get the skid steer over there, and these pens are, the hospital pen was one of the biggest pens. Well, it was like the third biggest pen we had out there. The recovery pen, it was tiny as hell. Okay, you guys seen my truck. You guys seen the GMC. You guys know just about how big it is. It's fairly big. For a normal size, long bay extended cab truck. Shut up! It's fairly good size. Okay, so my truck, if you line it up if you're doing length of the pin, you can probably fit about 8 to 9 trucks lengthwise. If you're doing widthwise, you can probably fit about 12 or 13. That's actually a really small pin compared to what the hospital one is. The hospital one, you could probably fit, lengthwise, you probably fit like 20 in there of my trucks. And widthwise, you could probably fit, I don't know, I'm guessing somewhere around over 20. It was, I don't know, because the way that they built those pins before we ever started, before we started building pins and shit there, the way they built hospital and recovery, the way they built every pin there, they built the width bigger than the length, which I think is a bunch of bullshit. I think they should have built it about the fucking same height, because they want a fucking square pin, not a fucking rectangle piece of shit pin. Rectangles are for pussies. Build a fucking square. All of our pins that we built were fucking squares. Or a trapezoid or some shit like that. You want no goddamn rectangle though. Shut up! Hey! Shut up! Shut up! Bugs! Shut up before I beat the living fuck out of you. Go through that fucking fence in a minute and beat your ass. Shut the hell up, you fucking barking on goddamn. All I do at night is sit out there and go, "Meow, meow, meow, meow." All I do is fucking sit out and bark all fucking night, and it pisses me off and pisses my mom off. Well, mom wants to get rid of them. And I want to get rid of them. I told my mom, I said, whenever I get the GMC back up and going again, because it fucking broke down the fuel pump went on me, I went and put in a job application up at Canadian Feedlot, up at the Canadian Feed Yards, right outside of Canadian, like 5 miles from Glacier. I went and put in a job application in for them, because the hiring and firing person there, because there's 2 bosses at Canadian Feed Yard. There is Luke Thrasher and Kenneth Thrasher. Luke Thrasher is Kenneth's son. And Kenneth is pretty much the main guy at Canadian Feed Yard. He's the big boss. He's, you know what I mean? He's head honcho around there. And I've worked out there before. Kenneth really seemed to like me, because he told me he did. He told me I didn't do He said I didn't do a bad job working. And he didn't tell me I did great either. He never told me I did great. He told me every time they come and look at my work, it's mainly mowing and trimming trees and weeding and everything like that. He'd look at me and he'd tell me, he goes, damn, hell of a job. He never tell me I did a great job. He just told me I did a hell of a job. Which is pretty much the same thing talking in fucking redneck talk. You know, hell of a job. Same thing as fucking great job. But he always come by and say, he'd look and be like, damn, left the weed. But you're doing a hell of a job. Go pick that weed. And I'd be like, yes, sir, and I'd take off. But Kenneth, he does all the paperwork on everything. Like, Kenneth does all the paperwork on all the cows, and, Kenneth does all the paperwork on all the livestock, the tractors, everything out there. And he does a whole bunch of the bills and shit. That's what Kenneth does. Now, Luke, on the other hand, Luke drives around the fucking yard. Just Kenneth the son. Hang on, I gotta do something real quick. Luke just drives around the fucking yard. Sorry, I had to pee. Before I started this video, I had like 6 cups of coffee. Sorry, I had to pee. But, hang on, sorry. Sorry, guys. But, Luke, all he does is go out and drive around the fucking yard, and he goes and checks on everybody, makes sure everybody's doing their job just like they're supposed to, and goes on from there. And he's the one that does all the firing and hiring. And he's already fired about 6 other freaking people from there. Just because livestock's down. Well, cattle market, not livestock, sorry. Mainly just because the cattle market's down. I'm not putting in a dip right now. It's not dip 30 yet. What time is it? Let me check the time real quick. Motherfucker. Nope, it ain't dip 30 till 7 for me. Now, the other day, yesterday, yesterday at fucking 6 o'clock, it was dip 30. Some morning, dip 30's 5 o'clock, 6:30, 7. Sometimes dip 30's really early, sometimes dip 30's really late. Yeah, I call it dip 30. Well, other people call it dip skis, dip scoos. Trying to think. Dip skis, dip scoos, cheers, pack a lip. I'd call it dip 30 and cheers. I say it's dip 30 and cheers with me. I said I'm gonna pack me a lip more than once, but whenever it's early in the morning like this, it's dip 30. I'm just saying. Then so it's last I checked it was like 6:30. Last I checked it was like 6:35. I think. I've got a job interview to go to at, I'm saying around 7:38. Just whenever he gives me a call and says, alright, go ahead and come out here. His name is David Tubb. He builds guns. He builds his own guns, builds his own bullets. Well, reloads his own bullets, but anyway, he kind of builds them. But he builds his own guns. He's got a manufacturing deal that builds his own guns, barrels, you name it. He goes up to Ohio every year. I can't remember what city in Ohio it is, but he goes up to Ohio every year and does a shooting competition, and he won it last year. He won the whole thing last year, and what tied him up with, like, what sent him on to the finals was because it went so many. He told me about it all, and I forgot a bunch of it, but I do remember two parts of it. The part, okay, the semifinals, right before the finals, the semifinals, you gotta take apart your biggest gun. You can take all the time in the world you want to take apart your biggest gun. So the biggest gun he had was the remake of the Tub 2000. The Tub 2000 takes the round of a 50 BMG, but the gun is bigger. Like, say a 50 BMG is like this, okay? Woo! Say a 50 BMG is like this, okay? The Tub 2000 is bigger in this way, and in that way, you know what I'm saying? But the barrel, the chamber size, all that crap, that's all the same. So it takes the round of a 50 BMG, but he reloads his own bullets, and he can also he can take the casings of his bullets and take them to his manufacturing shop in Canadian, and somehow either stretches them out or makes them bigger, round, bores them out. I don't know what the hell he does, but he can fit more grains. Of gunpowder in there and all of this crap that he puts in there. All I do is go out there on his land, right out here in Glacier, and fucking pull targets for him. And whenever we get done fucking pulling targets, because I may go out there, say he gives me a job and we start Monday. Because more than likely I'm going to go over there and we're going to sit there and we're going to sit and we're going to talk and have a freaking cup of coffee. And we're going to go outside. And he's just going to explain to me what I'm going to be doing this time, which basically the same thing as last time. We leave we show up, and whenever he gets all of his gun crap loaded that he needs to use, we normally leave his house. If I get there really early, if I get there like my brother Lance did, my brother Lance normally showed up there about 6:15, 6:20, and he don't require you to show up till 6. He don't require you to show up till 6:30, 6:45. The latest you can be is 6:45. 6:46 is fucking late as hell to him. Whenever he says 6:45, he means 6:45 sharp as hell. So the latest you can be is pretty much 6:30. I mean 6:45. You know what I'm saying? If you're any later than 6:45, that's strike one. If you're really good friends with him, if you're really, really good friends, and you know each other for a really long time, and you do a really good job working for him, he'll give you at least 5 chances. If you don't know him and you're just some other person that lives in town, say like one of my friends that I have here in town. I mean, say he don't know them very well. Say he just turn around and I wasn't available at the point in time. Say I was working for Canadian Feed Yard and I wasn't available during the weekdays like he wants. He gonna pick one of them kids up, and he give them about 2 or 3 strikes of being late. Say you give them 2 strikes being late. Second time they're late, he's gone. He's done with them. Third time they're late, he's done with them. You know. Me, it's probably gonna be 5 or 6. 6th time I'm late, he's done with me. But if I'm ever late, it's probably gonna be once or twice, and that's because help my mom with something, or you know what I'm saying, or my truck's broke down. And if my truck's broke down or something like that, or my truck ain't starting, I'll give him a call and I'll let him know. Hey, my truck ain't running right. It ain't starting at all. I'll be there in a few minutes. I might be just a little late because I'm gonna be running there or walking there. I might be just a tick late. I might be just 3 or 4 minutes late. That's it. And he'll be like, all right, as long as you let me know. And I'll let him know the whole story and everything like that. I mean, say you show up 3 or 4 minutes late and you fucking go trying to explain yourself to him. He don't take that shit. you fucking call ahead of time if you can, or get a hold of him, get a hold of his wife. Do your best to try to get a hold of him, or have someone bring you out there, because he don't take excuses whenever you show up for work. You show up for work late, you're fucking late no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But back to what I was trying to say. I got a little off topic. I go out there and I pull targets for him and like that, but we do this weird deal with I work with this weird deal. It's got a little gauge on it, and you take the tips of a bullet, and you raise this little thing up. It's like a little dropper thing. You raise it up, you put the tip of the bullet underneath, has like a little screw like this long off of it. You put your finger underneath it, raise it up, you go, and you kind of let it drop. And you sit there and you move the bullet around. You move the bullet around for just a minute, and you wait. And whenever everything finally settles out with that bullet, because it kind of balances itself in a way, whenever everything finally settles out with that bullet, either that tip is either like, I can't remember how he gauges them. It's like 20 to 23, I believe. 23 being his shortest distance and his least penetrating. Now 20 being his most distance and his most penetration. So he normally uses, for the Tub 2000, he'll take between a 19.5 and a 20. I do remember that. And for like his smaller guns and stuff like that, they use it for like varmint hunting and everything like that. He'll take, he's went moose hunting and elk hunting and you name it, crap like that. He's went hog hunting and he uses really powerful guns for hog hunting just because he wants to test, just because he needs to give him a ring. You know what I'm saying? He needs to blow the cobwebs out of his big guns that he never takes to the competitions. The big guns he never takes to the competitions, he just leaves them sitting in a damn gun case or something like that, and they always get dust or something on him, get to blow the cobwebs out of them. So every time he goes on a big-ass hog hunt with his family, he'll fucking bring out a big-ass gun. I forgot which one he normally brings. He fucking brings out a big-ass fucking gun, and he'll use, I'll tip his tips. Well, we call it tipping the bullets. I'll tip his bullet points for him. And most of the time, he don't really know it. I just say they're 20.5. But most of the time, I tip his bullet points at about 20.2 or 20.3 because he says the 20.5s are for hog hunting. So I'll tip them about 20.2, 20.3. Just because I've seen him shoot a 20.5 at the targets, because he has a little barn down there and a whole bunch of other shit down there in that barn, and you got a fucking gigantic piece of cardboard that he's fucking shot at 10 million motherfucking times, and there's fucking holes all over the son of a bitch. But you take this black tape or this white tape or whatever the hell it is, and you take a little piece of white. Okay, so on a little. Alright, say this right here is a little spigot thing, okay? Say this right here is like that little spigot thing. And you got. Say this right here is that little piece of white cardboard that goes around this little spigot thing. You turn around, you stick the spigot thing in there. You gotta sit there and you gotta watch the whole time he shoots. The whole time he shoots, you sit there and watch. And you watch. And whenever he fucking shoots, he says, I'm going to shoot one round. He shoots one round. And he'll either holler pull, or you just fucking get your ass up and do it. Normally you just get your ass up and do it because he'll say, alright, I'm going to shoot. And he shoots one. And if you don't hear one for another minute or two, you haul back to him and say, hey, do I pull? But if he lets you know, yeah, I'm gonna shoot 2 rounds. You hear the two rounds, but you gotta look up the whole entire time that he's shooting. And you gotta watch when the hell they're penetrating. One time I was out there pulling targets for him. And his magazines will hold about 15 rounds. He goes, all right, I'm gonna shoot a magazine. He said, I'm shooting a magazine out of the Tub 2000 because he needed to sight into Tub 2000 that'll hold 15 rounds. And I said, all right. He said, watch these bullets. And he was fucking with me with what he was doing because he was trying to get my attention. I mean, I had my attention on him, and I was putting the little spigot in the bullet holes every time, like I was supposed to. And he split one of them little plastic spigot things in half and shot in the exact same hole before, like 3 or 4 different times. But he was fucking with me because it was my last day working for him. It was like he keeps me like till like one day of school, like right before school starts, like that last day of summer, and then the next day is fucking school. He keeps me, and he fucking works me, and works me. He worked the dog shit out of me that fucking last day. And he goes, I'm going to shoot a magazine out of this Tub 2000. He goes, I want you to watch every bullet and mark every bullet. And I went, yes, sir. I got this. Put the fucking walkie-talkie back in my pocket. I'm literally, because you're supposed to sit down and watch them so you don't get no ricochet off. And plus it sits on a fucking, it has an overhang of like a shade deal overhang. Can you think of the name of it? I fucking stepped out of that fucking shade thing of that overhang. I'm standing like this far from directly beneath the freaking the metal frame that's holding the target. And I'm fucking watching. I fucking spot every goddamn bullet too. Well, not every bullet. I spot 13 bullets. I didn't spot 2. And every time, cause he give me like a little 20-second. I mean, not 20. He give me like a little 30-second pause in between each one, and I go, fucking throw it up because you gotta have like a little piece of tape on your finger every time. You reach up there and fucking pull this damn metal piece of shit frame down the target. You fucking plaster it, throw it back up, and every time you gotta fucking pull it down, plaster, pull it down, plaster. You know, pull it down, plaster, throw it back up, pull it down, plaster, throw it back up. You know what I'm saying? That whole fucking process. These motherfuckers get heavy after a while. I'm fucking getting sick of watching this because it's like hypnotizing me, and I'm like, what the fuck, Chuck? And I finally get that motherfucker. Hang on. What you doing? Oh, well, I finally get that son bitch. I finally get 13 of them done, and he calls out and he shoots the last 2, and I just I pretty much just zoned out. And he goes, "You get them last 2?" And I went, no, but I'll find him real quick. Fucking pulled it down, and I'm fucking looking all over that son bitch. Well, I got both targets up because he told me to roll both targets up, but he told me he's gonna be shooting at the right one, not the left one, because the left one needs work. And I said, okay. I looked all over the fucking right one. I looked all over the fucking right one for like 5 minutes. He goes, did you find it yet? And I said, nope. He goes, pay attention and go check the left one, would you? A lovely neighbor lady. But she don't like the sound of my truck at all. She came over and grabbed me out the other day about it. But he's gonna talk to me about working for him again, and he may end up telling me to get my ass to work today. He may end up telling me I need to come to work today. And if I need to come to work today, I'll come to work today. Won't fucking bother me. My mom and Quentin go to the fucking Ford Supply Lake by themselves. I fucking got work to do, and I'm getting fucking money. But if he tells me, no, you just come Monday, I know for a fact I'll be fucking pulling targets and gauging fucking bullet dips. So, but I got the GMC fixed. It's ready to go. I had to put me a new fuel pump in it. That's ready to go. I dropped the tank once, installed a new fuel pump, put the tank back up and everything like that. Thought everything was all good. No, it wasn't. Thought everything was all good after I fucking installed the tank for the first time after putting the new fuel pump in it. Nope. Forgot the name of it. It's oh, yeah, dumbass me. The wires. No, stupid step. But, I forgot the fucking wires. I didn't realize the damn wires and the wires that connected to the fuel pump. Okay, I connected it back to my old pump. And I submerged my old pump. My old pump was still pushing fuel. I connected to the freaking new pump. My fucking new pump's, like, my old pump, it's sucking the fuel out of the tank like it's supposed to. So I connected it back to the new pump. My new pump's fucking pushing the fuel. It's like blowing bubbles in the tank. I'm like, what the fuck? So I took them old wires out and I replaced them with the new ones. And I put the new ones in a different way than what the old ones were. And surprisingly, I guess the fucking wires were backwards and I didn't fucking know it. But it starts up and runs, I'm pretty sure. I'm fixing to go test it. But this is the end of this video. Come and check out my channel. Like and subscribe and comment, please. It'd be very much appreciated. Like and subscribe and comment. And make sure if you hit that like button, make sure if you hit that subscribe button, hit that fucking little bell out right beside it so you know whenever I make another video. Come on, guys. Alright, that's the end of this video. Remember Dippers out. Peace.